Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashir Makakbadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. And I want to say shalom to Yakim Akwath out there pursuing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. This one's titled Bricks, and it should be Bricks Are Being Laid. Bricks are being laid for the famine of the word. Once again, bricks are being laid for the famine of the word. Okay, now this is another one of those ones I've had from an article. Now, I originally had it as a screenshot that I took. Now, it's this came to my attention, all right, this article that we'll get in on in just a moment. This was originally brought to my attention on Reddit. As you know, I believe it was, we just got out of Sabbath the other day, so on Sabbath I usually, browse through the Reddit popular page, see what, type of news is popping up, what type of crazy, weirdo shit people are getting involved in, anything basically that can make a lesson, news sites, Reddit, anything that you could possibly do a lesson on. And I found a couple things. The last few lessons have been from those said sources. This one as well. Now, I typed in the article, and it was apparently from this place called Scripps News. I found, some more reputable sites that are up here on the screen now. We got one from, KTV 3, and the other one would be New York Times. The New York Times, everybody knows that's not bullshit. It's New York Times, right? Well, as far as a media platform, they know it's not something fake. Now, regardless of fake news, that's a whole different thing. Everything's bullshit. It's ran by the same corporations. But this is what's being reported, all right? And title lesson, again, being bricks are being laid for the famine of the word, okay? And why is that? Well, we're going to jump right into these articles. Now, we're going to start up with the one that is functionally, it says Scripps News right here, so you see it's the same one that I have. I wanted to get this one first because it's identical to the information that I originally saved on my phone from Reddit. Now, I also have some of these comments down below, it's saved in my downloads that I sent over from my phone that I had saved from this article, this original post of the Scripps News. Okay, now it says Supreme Court allows White House to fight social media misinformation. And before I want to start up, I want to go to the First Amendment and just get this out here. Okay, now this is the First Amendment, and I want to get this out here so I can continue on with this lesson. It's absolutely ridiculous that I have to do this, but the First Amendment states that Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people peacefully to assemble and to petition government for a redress of grievances. Now, I'm putting that out because we are exercising our ability. All right, it says you cannot prohibit the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press. Now, me speaking right now, this is freedom of speech as well as I'm making a video which would be considered press. Okay? Now, you cannot take this down. This is literally a Congress law, which means you have to abide with that. Okay? That you have to abide with that. All right? You can't just go off and do whatever you want. All right? That's not how this works, YouTube. Okay? Now, it's absolutely retarded, all right, that I have to go and say that because we don't believe in the Constitution. The Constitution's a bunch of bullshit. All right? They don't even, and they being the so-called YT people, all right, the Edomites, all right, they don't even follow their own Constitution. All right? They can't even follow. It's a bunch of bullshit. All right? So that shows you, that they say, oh, you can't do this, and then they infringe upon that. All right? You set these rules and you can't even keep your rules. But hey, we're just playing how you play, right? That's all we're doing. All right? We have a right to speak. Supreme Court allows White House to fight social media misinformation. And really, that Constitution, that Constitution that we just read, all right, the First Amendment, that basically goes directly what they're allowing against here as well. Okay, not only I was just putting it out there, to get around the YouTube, the whole, you can do this, you cannot do that. All right, when everyone else is allowed to say what they want, but because of our religion, all right, we're not allowed to speak. Okay, we're not allowed to speak. Because of our heritage, we're not allowed to speak, which not only is against our religion, it's also racist, okay? What they're doing to us, what YouTube is doing to us, all right, by taking our videos down. Or they're doing it because they're racist, all right, and they hate us. That's what it really is. It can't be chalked up as anything else, okay? Because they're not doing it to other people. There are people like Redacted. If you go and look up Redacted, they literally have all these videos. But look at them. Look what they look like. All right. Look what Natalie and Clayton Morris look like. Look how they look like. And they can go and look. They can say all these different things, man. They can say all these different things. And he's look what they can say. Look what they can say. I can't even mention any of this stuff, man. I can't even mention what I'm seeing on screen on YouTube right now because they can say it, but we cannot. Why is that? Why is it that they can say those things, but we can't? Look at how they look, and then look at how we look and what we're involved with. Look at our religion. They're not a part of this, okay? Look at our religion. Look who our power is, all right? Who our Lord and Savior. What does he look like? What do a lot of our people look like, all right? Some of our people, such as I myself, don't necessarily look like, like dark-skinned men or women that are following along with the truth. Of course, they're not, making lessons, but they're following along with it. Not all of them look like that, but a large majority of our people do. And that's why they take our videos down. That's why. They don't take these people videos down because look at them. Look at how they look. And it's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's racist. And at the end of the day, there's nothing we can do about it because they just hate us. Okay? But we just read the First Amendment, which this article goes directly against. And also, like I said, I'll say it once more. We don't believe any of that shit. We're just using it to get around a situation. Right? So, we don't believe in any of Esau's society and the image of the beast and all that bullshit. It says, Supreme Court allows White House to fight social media misinformation. It says, Justice has said that the Biden administration could continue to pressure social media firms over misleading content while a lawsuit progresses. Now, this is very interesting due to that First Amendment. It said freedom of speech. Why are you not allowed to have freedom of speech? Now, this it doesn't add up, and this shows you that the whole Constitution is bullshit and it's made up. It's made up garbage that they don't pay attention to. It says the Supreme Court on Friday said it would indefinitely block a lower court order curbing Biden administration efforts to combat controversial social media posts on topics including, stressing this right here, it says including, you know what that is, the 19 and election security. It would be able to combat controversial social media posts on topics including. So it includes these things on a wide variety of things. It just happens to include these two things. Okay? It says the justices said they would hear arguments in a lawsuit filed by Louisiana, Missouri, and other parties accusing administration officials of unconstitutionally squelching conservative points of views, which they do, by the way. It says the new case, because right now they don't really want they don't want their puppet, the conservatives. They're kind of throwing them over in the corner right now. They're really bigging up their puppet, their favorite puppet at the moment is the Democrats. So they're really using that puppet heavily, and they've shelved or benched the conservative puppet, and now all the people that were following around with that puppet, the mini puppets, are upset about that. Of course, it's just part of their agenda, man. Okay, it says Justices Samuel Alito, Neil Gorsuch, and Clarence Thomas would have rejected the emergency appeal from the Biden administration. It says, at this time in history, our country, when the court has done what the court has done, I fear will be seen by some as giving the government a green light to use heavy-handed tactics to skew the presentation of views on the medium that increasingly dominates the dissemination of news. That is most unfortunate, Alito wrote in dissent. It says, White House communications staffers, the Surgeon General, the FBI, and the U.S. Cybersecurity Agency are among those who would have been affected by the order. The lawsuit said they were among those who coerced changes in online content on Facebook, X, formerly Twitter, and other media platforms. Notably, the companies themselves are not part of the litigation. Now, we're not going to read all of this. We're going to jump over to another one and read a little bit of that too, so we get from two sources. Now, the other thing that you got to realize is that, and bear with me just 1 minute, the other thing you got to realize is that these, bear with me. right, so like it for that. Of course, had to label for a blur. All right, got my government name popping up all the time. That's just how it goes. They do it on purpose. So, you know, these I don't, and I Slock, you ever get my train of thought, but you know, these devils, man, they try to what they really want to do is they just want to block your ability to access any type of information that they don't necessarily agree with. Okay, and you got to realize that these officials, and I remember my point now, Slocky, I remember my point. Call all you how about me, I'm shy for that. You know, these, and it was mentioning X, you know, Twitter, right? Formerly Twitter. All these different places, you know, that had these officials, you know, working hand in hand with them. Now, there's articles, and again, like I said, we can't speak too much about it because of the nature of the situation, but we'll just say specific firms that develop specific things, all right, medically, were working hand in hand with government officials to make situations seem, well, in light, to exaggerate the circumstances that were currently going on in society at that given time. Okay, and if you can understand what we're trying to, and what I'm trying to convey through that, then good. Okay, but during a few years ago, it has been said, all right, and revealed on TV live, all right, in court, that X, Twitter, right? Twitter, it's fucking Twitter, right? But it's called X, all right, worked hand in hand with certain quote unquote medical professionals to strengthen their ability to push what they were doing, all right, to make things seem like things were happening more than they perhaps may have at the time. Okay, again, I hate having to talk like that. You almost damn near got to use double speech, but if you can read through those lines, then hey, good, because we can't say it flat out. Okay, they were working with some people, okay, to make situations seem, you know, more prominent than they might have been. So this is the New York Times, and it says, Supreme Court lifts limits for now on Biden officials' contacts with tech platforms. So they've lifted limits. Before they said you can't, you know, infringe, you can't step in here and do this. Now they're lifting limits. Now they're saying, hey, you can go ahead, if there's misinformation being had, boom, bam, get rid of it, right? Let me grab a drink of this coffee and we'll continue. It says, the court also agreed to hear the administration's appeal, paving the way for a major ruling on how far government can go to encourage sites to delete asserted misinformation. Now, you're probably wondering, well, yeah, so this has to do with, you know, the 2019-2020 event. No. This goes further than that. And that's why we're talking about bricks being laid for the famine of the word. What this means now is that anything that the government, the Supreme Court, and not only the Biden administration, but any other administration that gets put into office, say if Trump comes back, can now label essentially whatever they want freely as misinformation. Okay? And it being labeled as misinformation can be pressured into deleting said misinformation. What does this mean for the truth? This means if the government so happens to think that what we're involved with, the Hebrew Israelites, right, is quote-unquote misinformation, that means they can essentially block all of our videos and block us from the platform entirely, okay? Because YouTube, while not directly being considered a social media, it is a media platform, okay? Which it's almost lightly social media because users can interact with each other. It's not, it wouldn't be considered social media, but they have been known to tamper with and alter things on social media, on platforms such as YouTube as well. So keep that in mind. The bricks are being laid for the famine of the word. And if they see a video and they say, oh, look, we have this video by GMS Saints of the Most High, and I haven't seen this video. It looks like it's talking about the colonizer, the European. We don't like that. It's saying that, you know, oh, this and that, and I don't want to speak about too much because I don't know what he's talking about. But let's just say that I see right here that he has something up about East Edom. Well, they're labeling the colonizers or the Europeans as Edomites. That is misinformation. Take that video down and delete his channel. All right, or they're gonna see, oh, what do we got over here? You know, oh, this he's teaching about Jeremiah 25 and 30. That's misinformation. Take that video down. Okay? Or, oh, this and that is, oh, Esau thing is disturbing the Christians. That's misinformation. Take that down. All right? At the hands of the government. They will now be able to have more control on what they can do in the media. Because a lot of the time, and the government's always had a hand on what can be done on platforms such as YouTube and social media and whatnot. But this means they'll have more of a tighter grip. They'll be able to do more. Now they can brute force their way into it. Meanwhile, YouTube could have been like, oh, we have our own platform and regulations and what we can do. The government can say, no, we do not allow that now. Okay, you cannot allow this on your platform. Remove it, or face penalties. Okay, so bear that in mind. That is a brick. Those are bricks being laid for the famine of the word. If they happen to say, that Hebrew Israelites are misinformation, which they will because they hate our guts, man. They hate our guts. Okay? And they always say, that's not true. That's a fallacy. That's a fallacy. Vocab Malone's favorite word. That's a fallacy. That's a fallacy. That's a fallacy. No, that's wrong. That's not scriptural. That's not, and then boom, we're labeled as misinformation. And this goes beyond us, but this is the importance, right? This truth is of importance. Okay? That's why I'm stressing this, the truth. But on a grander scale of everything, not just this truth being the importance, right? But this means, on a grand whole, anything the government doesn't like, they can label as misinformation. Okay? Conspiracy theories, misinformation. Talking about the government did this, misinformation. This food is bad and it's unhealthy, misinformation. This thing contains a chemical you shouldn't do, misinformation. This gives them entirely too much control, man. Okay? Entirely too much control, which they already had, but now they're putting in laws to allow it more. They're being slick, they're being sly with it, man. It says, this case is one of several presenting questions about the intersection of free speech. What is intersection? The intersection of free speech. Intersection. Now, shouldn't that be like interception? It says, a pointer common lines cross. Basically, I'd say interception of free speech. They basically don't want free speech to go out. Okay? And you can go ahead and you can read these articles for yourself, okay? There's a lot of information. Look, look, It is undisputed that the content moderation decisions at issue in this case were made by private social media companies such as Facebook and YouTube. There you go. And I don't know what they're saying, but they could have been saying that they were fighting back about it. But guess what? Either way, if the government says, the government says. That's just how it goes, man. Okay? And, and YouTube and Facebook and all these places were directly involved. So, and they're fighting out because, they want certain information to be removed. Okay? It said, let's read a little bit up. It says, the panel, in an unsigned opinion, said the officials had become excessively entangled with the platforms or used threats to spur them to act. So these platforms would include Facebook and YouTube, I assume. So they were encouraged, hey, remove those things. And YouTube, oh, we're back. No, you're not. You're going along with it. It says the panel entered an injunction forbidding many officials to coerce or significantly encourage social media companies to remove content protected by the First Amendment. That shows you that these government officials are directly going against the First Amendment. They don't give a fuck about the Constitution. They don't give a single fuck about the Constitution. Well, freedom of speech, fuck freedom of speech, kill them. That's exactly what these people do, man. That's these people. You don't have any fucking rights. You don't have any rights at all. They say here they have the First Amendment, the Constitution of bullshit. All right, they might as well just be fucking thrown in the garbage at this point because it's useless, because all these government officials go against it. All right, but why do they have it? To make them seem like they're a little bit better than they are. No, they're always constantly breaking. The social media platforms are saying that these companies, the companies were being forced to remove these things protected by First Amendment. And YouTube's a company, and they pulled up in that list that the government says, hey, remove those things. And you know some of those things were by us. All right, get rid of that Israelite video talking about this. Get rid of that. During that time, a lot of our channels were going down, man. A lot of our videos were getting down. Videos, let alone channels, man. We were having videos taken down. Videos that were old, years old, being taken down. Channels being taken down, right? Make a new channel, and boom, they take that one down. Okay, it was a heavy time, man. It was a heavy time. Now we still got our stuff taken down, but during that time, man, they were fucking hitting hard, man. Video down, video down. You going, fuck? I gotta make a new account and let that one sit on the back burner for a little bit, or they don't delete that account. You know, or if you're street teacher, they're just like, nope, deleted your shit. That's it. Boom, you're gone. What the hell, man? Just all of a sudden, they did that to street teacher Elder Manata Zappa. It was gone. The last thing I remember just being, hey, you know, got some strikes, and then boom, whole channel was gone. And then if you didn't subscribe to his backup before, because he made a backup saying, hey, look, they're gonna probably take this channel down. And look, it happened. They were taking, you know, all these, man, so many, I can't even remember what number he was on. You know, he had street teacher, then it was GMS South Carolina 07. There are so many that just got removed, okay? And, you know, all these channels, you know, Apostle Tahar's original channel, Apostle Gabar's original channel, Daily Edification, Daily Exhortation, got removed. Then it was Daily Edification. And then his new channel was Daily Edification 4, and then he's got a strike on that one, so now he's on Edification, Exhortation, you know? And you know they have something, you know YouTube's doing it, but you know the government has something to do with it, man. Pressuring, but now they have even more control. Now they have even more control to say, get rid of it. Says Mrs. Prelogar wrote in a panel, had made a fundamental error as the platforms were private entities that ultimately made independent decisions about what to delete. See there, before I even read it, I let you know that, because that's how they label themselves. We're a private entity. We can choose what we allow and what we don't. That because YouTube, you know, and I was saying that, you know, against them, because they're like, oh, we go against the Constitution. We can say no on our platform, even though the Constitution says this. We can say no. But then they're talking about freedom of speech. But what does that mean? These guys. It says it is undisputed that the content moderation decisions at issue in this case were made by private social media companies such as Facebook and YouTube. She wrote, the plaintiffs responded that the companies have succumbed to lengthy and unlawful pressure. They were being pressured. Delete this video, delete this video, delete this video, delete his account, get rid of it. They did not dispute that the platforms were entitled to make independent decisions about what to feature on their sites, but they said that the conduct of government officials in urging them to take down asserted misinformation amounted to censorship that violated the First Amendment. That's it. You can read the rest of the article if you want. That's it. You can read it. If you want to read it, go and read it. Actually, matter of fact, I'm just going to go through this real quick to archive this, because Lord willing, we'll have this video. All right, so I'm just going to scroll through it. That way, if this article ever gets taken down, I will have it on video, saved on my hard drive. Okay, Lord willing. So bear with me while I just scroll through this in entirety. Go all the way to the bottom, even though it doesn't have any information. Show you it's a full website. Boom, bam, there you go. So, there's that. The bricks are being laid for the famine of the word. Let me get Amos 8 and 11 through 12. It says, behold, Amos 8 and 11, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. Verse 11, verse 12, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from north even to the east, from one part of the world, from the other part of the world, right? They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. There you go. What is a famine?
Famine.
An extreme scarcity, all right? A shortage, scarcity, lack, dearth, want, right? It's not going to be around. The Lord's going to shut the book, boom. And then all these videos that we're making, gone. There's not going to be brothers on the highways, gone. On the highways and byways, gone. There's not going to be, you know, articles about Hebrew Israelites, gone. There's not going to be talk about, you know, unless in a bad light, all right? I'm not going to say necessarily what they're going to label us as, because I don't want to put that out there. But that's why there's so many videos going out about right now, about that guy that was making that video, more red flags and this stuff. Why? Because they're associating us with the T words, okay? And I'm not going to say what that is, but that's ultimately the agenda and the picture that they're trying to paint. All right, they're trying to make us look like that, man, okay? And so they'll be, this, that, and they won't allow our videos because it contains, T-word materials or hate materials, and that's how they're gonna do it. And here it is. You're not gonna be hearing these things. You're not gonna be, hearing videos with brothers opening up saying, first and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, and giving double honors to the elders and apostles. You're not going to hear those anymore. Those are going to be gone. You're not going to hear, see videos of people teaching the Bible and what it really means and about the Hebrew Israelites and who we are and where we come from and who our Lord's name is and what he looks like and what we look like and what we came from in the transatlantic slave trade and who the devil is and who Esau is. You're not going to see videos like this because it's going to be a famine, a scarcity. It's going to be gone. You're not going to see it, man. The only way you're going to have it is if you were here now, right? If you have this information, all right? You had the Spirit poured onto you by Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You understand. You'll have your Bible, right? You'll have that, okay? But you're not going to be teaching. It's not going to be the time. The Lord's going to shut it up and say, hey, it's done, all right? And when that happens, that's when you know the elect is sealed, okay? And this truth is going out right now for the elect to wake up, okay? So when that happens, that means the elect has been sealed. And when the elect is sealed, it's going to get very, very bad because the Lord knows exactly who's who, all right? And everyone's already been sealed, and the other people have been, basically destined for destruction, and then war, famine, all sorts of awful things are going to break out, man. Now, when is this actually going to come? No one knows the exact point in time when it's going to happen, but you'll know when it happens, okay? But bricks are being laid. Okay, now we all have our ideas and thoughts, and they're not necessarily scriptural, which means they don't mean anything. Okay, but for one example I can give you that I think that that maybe it could be is that maybe now again I'm speaking. This is just me. This isn't scriptural. So at the end of the day, throw it in the fucking trash because it doesn't mean anything if it's not out of the Bible, right? But just a thought. And brothers from time to time have thoughts. They might put these things out, right? So I would be very surprised, all right, if the famine of the word does not hit by the time that they're at least offering the chip, okay? And why is that? Because if you're offering this, and it's not mandatory yet, right? If you're offering this, you kind of don't want a bunch of guys all over the YouTube that have a lot of traction and a lot of subscribers and a lot of following to be saying, hey, don't get this thing. It's the it's the mark of the beast. Choked on a freaking coffee kernel, right? So you don't really want a bunch of people going out and saying, hey, this is the mark of the beast. Don't get it when you're trying to get people to take this thing. Okay? You don't want that. That would be detrimental to what you're trying to do. And let me grab a drink. Could have been that. It could have just been Satan messing with the throat. He loves to have his tricks. So, that's just how it is. You wouldn't want somebody, if you're trying to get someone to do something, you wouldn't want someone behind you saying, hey, that's bad. Don't do it. Hey, stop it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't stop it. Stop it. Did you know that's a bad thing? Here's why it's bad. You'd be like, God damn it. Get rid of that guy. I'm trying to do this thing, and that's how it perhaps might happen. All right. Now it's not coming out the Bible. All right. So at the end of the day, it's just a theory and it means nothing. But I'd be very surprised if they're just gonna allow that to just go on while they're offering this. And it for sure won't be going when people are getting it, because at that point everything be sealed. Everyone would be sealed. So keep that in mind. They don't want this truth going out, and they're trying to bring on the famine of the word. But the thing is that they don't realize is that the Lord controls all things. Okay, and He's not going to allow it to happen until He wants it to happen. That's why Esau can't take all of our videos down at once. It just won't work. That's not what the Lord had planned. Okay. Now, this is Micah 2:1. Let's go over there and get back to scriptures, because at the end of the day, my opinions don't mean nothing. But from time to time, brothers will give their opinions. Just a thought, right? Food for thought, just something to think about. Doesn't really mean anything at the end of the day. But, because there's not a lot of detail about how exactly it's going to go down, like I made a joke about the question, what color the guillotine's gonna be. We don't know certain things like that, and really it doesn't matter. There's certain things that might be stipulated or thought. There might be thoughts that might get passed around from brother to brother, but at the end of the day, you can't put much confidence into those things due to the fact that they're not scriptural. And at the end of the day, we just really don't know. That's why I said before saying that it's just a theory. We don't know. I don't know if it's going to roll that way. None of us do. All right, but we do know that there will be a famine of the word and that it's going to be orchestrated by the Lord. That we do know because we have scriptures to prove that. We also know this, Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity. Now, woe is destruction and terribleness, right? Misery, woe. All right, what is woe?
Woe.
Great sorrow or distress, okay? So it says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Now, you might be wondering, well, how do we know who this is? Now, Micah 2:1 is the point for this lesson, but if you go over to verse 2, you can really find out who these people are. It says, and they covet fields and take them by violence. Field is land, so they really want land, so they go over there and they take the land by violence, by killing everybody off. Now, that's how Babylon was formulated. All right, that's how America was colonized. All right, that's how the land of Israel was taken. All right, from the Palestinians who took it originally from us. All right, because we were exiled from the land. Right, and they take houses by violence. And you can go on and read who is this people? What do they look like? They're the Edomites. Okay, the Edomites, colonizers, aka the colonizers. Micah 2:2. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man and his heritage. What's the Lord going to do to these people? Micah 2:3. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, against this family. Who is this family? Edomites, Esau, right? Idumeans. Against this family do I devise an evil, which ye shall not remove from your necks, neither shall ye go haughtily, for this time is evil. There you go. So you're not getting away out of this one, Esau. But that's who these people are. That's what they do. Not only do they covet fields and take them by violence, they devise iniquity. All right. And what does it mean to devise something? Let's go and get definitions. Let's break this down. Devise.
Devise.
To conceive, to think up, to come up with, to dream up, to draw up, to work up, to invent, to design, to concoct, right? To construct iniquity. What is iniquity? Let's go there. Iniquity is sin upon sin. But what does it say?
Iniquity.
All right. Their definition is immoral, and grossly unfair behavior. Sin, villainy, criminality. Criminality. All right. So vice, right? Wrongdoing, devilry, right? Injury, offenses. They conjure these things up. They put them into existence, right? Woe to them that devise iniquity. Woe to them that make evil things, right? And do evil things and work evil. Well, devise iniquity would be making evil things, and work evil upon their beds would be doing evil things and coming up with these things. It says, when the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. The earth is given in the hand of the wicked, right? Let's get that. Earth is given. This is Job 9:24. It says, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judge thereof. If not, where and who is he? And he covered up our heritage too. That's white people, white angels, white saviors, white Jesus, and all this bullshit, right? That's what they have. They even covered up his name with Jesus. That's not a Hebrew name. All right, this name of the son is Yahweh Shai, but they even covered that up. They covered everything up, man. They devised iniquity, and that was one of their iniquities that they devised, was covering up the name, covering up the judges, covering up our heritage, masquerading around that they're the people, right? And then going over and taking that land because we were exiled out of that land. Palestine conquered that land, and they then went over and killed all the Palestinians off so they could get it. Because, how are we gonna masquerade as these people if we're not in the land? Well, guess what? You fucked up, bucko, because guess what you did? You went over there and you're dwelling in that land now, when biblically it's saying that we will not be in that land at this time. So you kind of fucked up, but it's good because you don't understand the scriptures. So you kind of proved yourself wrong, and now if you know scriptures, you can be like, these can't be the fuck. Who the fuck are these guys? Who the fuck are these guys? And they can't be the people because the Bible says that we'll be scattered everywhere. Why are all these people dwelling there? No. Thought you had us. Wrong. Now, here's another thing I forgot that I had it. This is an example that I've made to go along with how, YouTube eventually, because I've had another one of my theories is that, if you go to, we'll just go to this video because I was watching it earlier. All right, it's a video by GMS South Carolina 08. All right, it's like you. GMS South Carolina 08, which is, Elder Manata Zatba from GMS South Carolina. Of course, right? If you go to this video, I was watching this earlier, right? And let's get that off screen. Slack you, brothers. If you go to this page, I can see exactly what he's going to say before he says it by going over here, clicking on this, and going into show transcript. Now, if you go to the transcript and hit show it, you can see that if I click this video, he's gonna say, and from from 9:20, 9:23 minute mark, he's gonna say, Daniel, she didn't drink nor smoke or do any drugs. She was literally fit and healthy, but apparently she died from a heart attack. What does that tell you? So let's go see if it adds up.
She didn't drink or smoke or do drugs. She was literally fit and healthy, but apparently she died from a heart attack. What does that tell you, Daniel? And
there you go. So these transcripts are auto-generated by YouTube. Okay? These are auto-generated. If you go to any video, we can go right here. All right. Well, I don't want to go to another one by him. We can go remnant save. Boom. Right here. Go over here. Show transcript. And I've never seen this video. So let's see what he's going to open up with and what he's going to say. Oh, look. You can see right here. Look. It says, Shalom, giving all praise to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakah. Well, they messed up Rakah Quadash. So guess what? Before, they used to put the word Yahweh or Yeshua right here. Their algorithm has gotten better, brothers. And I just realized this now, and that's crazy because it used to say Yeshua, all right, which is a false name. But now that their algorithm has improved, it actually says Yahweh here and Yahweh Shai, and it's got Bahashim right. Wow, and you got Great Millstone. Here's the thing: all the videos that are being uploaded, all have these. They all have them. If I go to my page, all right, and go to this video. And I go over here. Look, I don't do these. Look, and they got it right here. All praise and honor and glory to the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Look. If I go down here, look. Everything is everything. They got every single thing, and they do it on everybody's page. Not just, so I can go here to redacted, and I can go and, well, mate, is this alive? It was a stream 2 hours ago. It hasn't been. They haven't put them out yet. But if I go here and go here and go over here, look. This page is called Enders. I don't even know who this is. All right. Their algorithm records everything we say to text, like speech to text. Everything right now that I'm saying, when it goes and uploads, and you brothers ever wonder why the fuck is it taking so long for my video to upload? This is what they're doing. They're scanning every single word that you're saying, and that's why your videos get flagged for this or for that, because they know what you said, because they're going through every little bit of text, every single thing. Now, when it gets to the point where the famine of the word hits, you might, and I made this up, okay? This is something I made. I did it in Photoshop. This is an example of something you might see, okay? As you can see, I did it from my page. I just went over to the upload process, and I'll show you what it really looks like. If you go over here and you hit upload, I just took a screenshot of this, and then I edited it in Photoshop to what you might possibly see in the future, okay? You might see something like this, okay? And this, again, this is fake. This is made up. I made it as an example, right, to show you what you might see. You go to upload video, and it'll have this their little YouTube bar that they use when something messes up, right? A little face with a messed up face, like, oh, it says, oops, we have detected that one or more of the videos you have attempted to upload contain hate speech that go directly against our content policy. Unfortunately, because of this, these videos will not be uploaded, and your channel has been terminated. If you feel like this was done by mistake, you may apply to have your channel and content reevaluated. And you may have something like that in the future that pops up. You try to upload, boom. Not only does it take the video down, your channel's deleted. All right, and you won't be able to have, a name like my channel, Babylon's Fallen Revelation 18. That'll instantly, oh, sorry, your name goes against our policy. You've been blacklisted, something like that, man. Okay, something like that. So, and again, just want to put this out there. This is a made-up little thing. I don't want it going around and people saying, look what happened. No, this is something I just made up as an example. Okay. You might see something, probably won't look exactly like this, but you might see something like this in the future. Who knows? You go upload a video and you say, what the fuck? What is this? You know what? I can't. And then, and then the brothers, they'll probably still have contact with each other. Well, you having this? But yeah, I can't upload my video. And it took my account down. And hey, the brothers probably say, well, guess that's it, brother. And famine of the word at that point. So that's what they're paving the way for, man. The bricks are being laid. All right, the bricks are being laid for that. Okay, let's read a couple of these things what people were saying on Reddit. This person says, "Let's go censorship." It says, "Have something else to say that doesn't align with our view or opinion? Off you go. You're the outcast. You will be punished. Do you simply not believe that the election was done right, or the poisonous you see it is healthy for you? Banned from social media, fined, imprisoned for misinformation. Do you support certain groups or so-called community? Do you not support certain groups or so-called communities? Guillotine. Nothing less expected." This guy, this is on Reddit, okay? And look, he got downvoted. It says anonymity and privacy is very important, especially nowadays. It's not the only way to speak. It's not the only way to speak freely to be yourself. It's the only way to speak freely to be yourself, to not be punished by those making and constantly breaking the law. Politician. This person said, "So you're pro misinformation?" And this person said, "Pro freedom to express what you want, true or not." It says, in a theocratic state, for example, atheists are misinformation. I don't want the state having that level of control over expression. This is basically saying in a theocratic state, saying that God doesn't exist is misinformation. And saying God doesn't exist is misinformation. But at the same time, these people are going to say it. All right, that's how it goes. But this is what they want. They don't want you to be able to speak out. And people were mad that he was saying, people are mad that people want the ability, people want free speech removed. These fucking people don't want to be able to speak. Look, they downvoted someone talking about censorship. They want censorship. Who the fuck wants censorship other than these Edomites? You fucking retards, man, out there have literally been so brainwashed by your fucking stupid government that you want them to take away your rights. Oh, no, please don't allow us to say certain things. Oh, please don't allow us to do this. Please, you fucking morons, you fucking dumbasses, you idiots. This person says, "I'm really divided. On one hand, any government action to limit legitimate free speech should be met with protest. The book banning efforts top the list. Yet the disinformation campaigns are not just free speech issue, it's a national security as we're being flooded with disinformation from Russia. Brainwashed sheep. Brainwashed sheep. Brainwashed." There you go. They're all in this Russian propaganda. This person said, "Your own government is involved in disinformation campaigns, the political parties, yet people want these same individuals in charge of what is truth." And this person said, "Wow, that is an incredibly good point." There you go. This person, "Oh, Russia's involved in disinformation campaigns. It's destabilizing our nation." Don't you have to go worry about the Israeli and Palestinian conflict this week? That's old news. You got to go and move on to the next one. Remember, you got to be on Israel's side. Remember, because the government said you have to. Just like the government said you had to be on Ukraine's side. Donate money and help fund Israel. They need help. Donate them money. Go over there and help them. Don't you understand what your task is, sheep? Don't you understand what you have to do? Also, you need to make at least 5 posts a day that says you stand with Israel. If you're not doing that, you are not doing your job as a United States citizen. Fucking idiots. These are the people that they want. Oh, Russia's doing disinformation. What about the Ukrainian disinformation? You don't, nothing about that? None about that? Nothing. What about all the disinformation? What about 9/11? What about that? What about the moon landing? What about that? What about all the other information that may or may not have been infringed upon and messed with? What about that? What about no one's talking about, you're a conspiracy theory. Oh, well, that's great that I'm a conspiracy theorist, because you know what you can do with me now? Now you can remove everything I've ever done because I'm misinformation, right? Now you can never have me. You fucking idiots don't even realize what you're celebrating. You fucking morons. You dumbasses. This person said, "But who's gonna fight the White House's misinformation?" And these people, look at how many, look when someone says like this, 7 upvotes, or they get downvoted. When someone says something like this, look how many upvotes. These dumbasses want to be censored. You people want to be silenced. Look, this person says, "Oh, you mean censor facts? Like if you have the you can still get the It says, "Almost 2024, and you still don't understand how those things work. Wild thing to be so loud about." It says, "Oh, no, you don't. Biden said if that you got the thing, you couldn't get the thing. False information, aka acts that don't follow the mainstream narrative said otherwise." Which one was true? The latter. And they posted an article linking you to what exactly Biden said. Okay, and he said that you couldn't get it. You said you... Well, you know what? Let's go over there. Let's go get it. Let's get it. We'll stop for a moment and go on. Let's go get it. One moment. Let me go ahead and send it over from my phone. Okay? Let's see. Where is it? Send this over to Dropbox, right? And we'll go over and get it. Not Dropbox, but Google Drive. Let's go ahead and get that. We can go over to Drive. Go over here. We can go over and get these two things right here. Let's download that. And let's download that. Alright, and then we can move these to the trash. Alright, cool. So, let's go see what this has to say. Let's go over here. I'm gonna pause the lesson real quick. Someone's at the door. Bear with me. All right, we're back. So let's go and look at what these have to say. These little things. So they said, what did it say down here? It said that where were we? Where was all the way back here? Probably. Where was it? Right here. And this guy got downvoted. This guy got downvoted, which means people didn't. It says you don't believe, and he's not lying. Let's go and look at the article. And the article that literally says the fucking truth got downvoted. Let's go look what he had to say. What was the article from AP News? Here it is. Read it. Biden, if you're you're not going to be You're not going to be in the you-know-what, and you're not going to die. That was the quote. The facts. Let's see. His remark accurately captures the strong protection and the you-know-what provide as cases spike among people who have resisted the you-know, but it overlooks the rare exceptions. As of July 12th, the government had tallied that 5,492 you-know-whatted people had done you-know-what, have got you-know-the-what for the you-know-what, and were you-know-what, or died. That's out of more than 159 million fully you-know-whatted. So, and they're fucking with those numbers as well, but that's still saying you're not going to die if you do, and then it showed that, people who did died. So, misinformation, liar, misinformation, but we can't say anything like that, right? That's misinformation. It's not fucking misinformation. We just read the goddamn article, you idiot. So, who knows? Will they take this down? I guess we'll have to play the YouTube lottery and bingo today. Let's spin the wheel. See where it lands on, right? Proverbs 4:16. And rest assured, if this video goes down on YouTube, I will make sure that it is on every single site that I can make sure it's on. I will make sure it's at least on Rumble, or it's at least on Odyssey. It will be on one of those, Lord willing. I'm not gonna, if it's in my power and ability, then I'm not gonna let this just go silenced or just remove it from YouTube, because this has to be said. Proverbs 4:16. Wouldn't that be coincidental if we do a lesson about famine of the word and they take the lesson down? That'd be funny as shit, wouldn't it? Proverbs 4:16. For they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. They can't sleep. They can't go, oh, you know what? I can't go to sleep. Margaret, I can't sleep. I didn't even kill one person today, Margaret. And I feel like I'm not doing my job. Well, honey, I think you're doing good. You killed 10 people yesterday. Yeah, but that's yesterday. I didn't kill one person. There's still a couple hours in the day. Let's go and, let's go and convince someone that to do something. Let's get somebody on pharmaceutical drugs. Let me go get somebody addicted to painkillers. At the very least. And go ahead and you do that, Harold. It's these people, man. It's these fucking people. Proverbs 16:4. Okay? The Lord's going to allow this to happen when he allows it to happen. And Esau's not going to jump the gun. He's not going to get it ahead of time. You're going to be able to do it, Esau, when the Lord allows you to do it. So just hold your horses, okay? And you're going to be like, yes, we did it. Look, we did it. We won. You dumbass. You don't even know that the Lord's playing you like a puppet, all right? He has you on those strings like a puppet. You don't even fucking realize it. We did it. We finally did it. Yeah, because the Lord allowed it, you fucking cretin. You fucking plebeian, all right? Plebeian. It says, Proverbs 16:4. The Lord hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. Guess what? He made you, Esau, even for what you're gonna do. Well, why? Because you're a punishment tool. You're a whipping stick for us because we went off. That's why. You exist for no other reason, Esau. Your existence is pretty useless, actually. It's pretty pointless. You're just the Lord's beating stick. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's all you are. You serve no other purpose. That's it. That's it. And then once we're in the kingdom, we're gonna have you as slaves, and then you're gonna go away because your purpose has been served. That's it. You don't need you anymore. Gone. That's it. Done. See how useless you are, Esau? And you think we're the greatest of great. You are the lowest of low. You don't realize how low you are. You fucking, our skin is beautiful. Your skin's is dry and disgusting, all right? Nobody wants to look at it. This is 2 Esdras 5:9 through 10. And salt waters shall be found in the street, going back to the famine of the word, after we've showed you who these devils are and how they act and what do they want to do. Verse 9, and salt waters shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. Then shall wit, what is wit? Intelligence, knowledge, right? Then shall wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into his secret chamber, and shall be sought of many, and yet not be found. Then shall unrighteousness and incontinency be multiplied upon earth. You dumbass Jakes out there, you're gonna be searching around. What was the name, bro? What was the name? I remember those dudes hanging on the side. It started with a Y, I think. What was it? That's it, hey, brother. I think it was Yahweh. I think that's what. Oh yeah, well, let's pray in that name. Yeah. No, you got it wrong, and now you're fucked. You're screwed. You don't know the name. You don't know the name. No, that wasn't it. Maybe it was. Oh man, I wish one of those brothers was around to tell us what the name was. Oh, I should have paid attention. Well, you should have paid attention, but the Lord didn't want you to pay attention because you weren't of the elect. You don't have the name. If you don't have the name, all right, the Father's name is Yahweh, and the Son's name is Yahweh Shai. You cannot reach the Father but through the Son. When you call on them, you say Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which means the Father in the name of the Son. Bahashem means in the name of. Yahweh is the name that the world ignorantly is the true name of the Father, who the world ignorantly calls God. And then Yahweh Shai is the name of the Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Okay? Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And then you can say Bahashem in the name of Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Rakakwadash is the Holy Spirit. So it'd be the Father in the name of the Son and the name of the Holy Spirit. That's how you do it. You know the names now. Okay, if you're paying attention to this lesson, but you guys aren't. You're not. The sheep are, all right. The sheep of the Lord, all right. But you sheeps of the world, all right. You're not even here. You're not on this lesson. You're watching, I don't know, Cardi B shake her ass or something. All right, that's what you're doing. All right, you're at a party. You're at a club right now. That's what you're doing, man. So that's it. Here's Proverbs 1:28 for you, even though you're not present. Okay. This is Proverbs 1:28 through 30. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They would none of my counsel, they despised all my reproof. The Lord tried correcting you. The Lord sent you by the brothers on the highways and byways. He sent you across lessons. You accidentally misclicked, and you ended up on a Hebrew Israelite page. And your dumbass typed in the chat, "What is this? How did I end up here?" I don't know. How did you end up here? Leave then. All right? And that's happened. We've seen it happen on live streams with the brothers. Well, how did I end up here? Maybe the Lord tried to send you over to give you a chance. But we know you're going to go on now, wander off, because you're not going to stay and listen to the truth. You know? And you're going to try to seek the Lord. And he's, no. Like you said it, but I will not answer. The Lord's not going to answer you. No. Lord, no, not answering you. Get away from me. I don't even know who you are. Please, Lord, please. No, I tried to correct you and you didn't want to. Please, I didn't know. Well, you know now. Get away from me. You're not one of mine. Go over there. Go over there. I don't want no weird sheep. Right? And we're not saying necessarily how the Lord talks, but that, that's these jakes are going to be like, please, Lord, please. Well, you're too busy fucking smoking Black and Milds and getting wild. So go over and, go over to the burning pit. All right? You're not the Lord's. You're not of the Lord. You don't want nothing. You didn't want any of his correction. You wanted the proof. You heard the videos. You can't eat pork. Oh, well, I love pork chop. Pork chop's my favorite food. I ain't giving up pork chops for shit. I'm just going to keep eating pork. I've been eating it for 35 years, and I'm going to continue to eat it. Well, you're going to, go ahead. Go ahead, Jake. Continue to be an idiot. All right? Go right on ahead. Ezekiel 7:25 through 27. Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. Please, Lord, I just want peace. I didn't know. I didn't know it was going to be this bad. Oh, when the Hebrew Israelites were saying, oh, it was going to be bad. I thought they were just fucking around. Oh, please. Yeah, you're going to, no, too late. Verse 26, mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet, but the law shall perish from the priests, and the counsel from the ancients. They're not going to be no highway. No one's going to be on the highways and byways or making lessons when bombs are dropping. People getting ripped out of the house. Nuh-uh, not going to happen. Not going to happen. They're being taking care of their families. And, you know, at that time, who knows if it's going to be at that exact time when the spiritual power hits. But no, the book's going to be closed, and the Lord's going to say, okay, all you brothers, all right, hey, hey, congratulations, you taught my truth. Thank you. Shut the book. You're done. All right, now wait. All right, I mean, I'm not saying it's necessarily going to be like that, but that's how it's going to be spiritually. Okay, the brothers that are teaching, and the people teaching, and the elders and apostles, they're going to know. Okay, this is you've taught. All right, it's come to time. All right, this is the famine of the word. Can't upload our videos. They're kicking us off the street corner. However it is. Not necessarily, and who knows how exactly it's going to be, but the word will not be going out. That's what we do know. Okay, and then. People in that time, these dumbasses are gonna crawl up from the cracks of the floor. What was the name? Where were you last week? Or the week before? Or the week before? Or the week before? Or the week before? I could keep going. Inevitably, all right? Indefinitely, all right, is what I meant. Indefinitely. Or the month before? Or the year before? Or the year before that? Or the year before that? Well, the truth hasn't been going on for that long. The truth hasn't been going on for that long. The truth has not been going on for that long. Say what? The truth has not been going on for that long? Really? Really? Well, that's interesting, because if I go over to here, and I go over to, well, no, if I go over, where is it? Let's see. Somewhere over here. That's not it. If I go over here and go over to videos, and I go to saved lessons, and I go over to the truth hasn't been going out for too long. If I go over to classics, well, there's a video from Yaquab the Scribe in 1979. So there's that. That's a while ago. Or what about well, we could go and get what about this video of Elder Area teaching with Apostle Tahar?
Yaquab the big head scientist and all that's madness. That's God.
What about that video? Okay, or what about Elder Tahar at the time? Elder Tahar, now known as Elder Apostle Tahar. What about him in 1988?
They covet fields and take them by violence.
Oh, they covet fields and take them by violence? Look, it was going out all the way back in 1988. It hasn't been going on for that long. Where the fuck have you guys been, man? Where the fuck have you been? If you ain't got it, it's not looking so good for you, man. We're in the end days here, okay? And, there are still people waking up because the truth's still going out, okay? And that the truth is going out so the elect can be sealed, okay? But when the truth stops, bam, that means the elect has been sealed, Jacob's trouble, all sorts of terrible things are going to be going out. But you can't use that, the truth's not been going out. I didn't know. It's been going out for a long time, okay? A long time. You just didn't know about it. You didn't know about it, okay? Verse 27, Salaki, let me start over again. Verse 25. Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. Mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet, but the law shall perish from the priest, and counsel from the ancients. The king shall mourn, and the prince shall be clothed with desolation, and the hands of the people of the land shall be troubled. I will do unto them after their way. And how was their way? How was their way? Was it good? Not so. And according to their deserts will I judge them, and they shall know that I am the Lord. Bricks are being laid for the famine of the word. You're not going to see videos like this. You're not going to be able to see my channel. You're not going to be able to see the Elder Manatazak Baz channel. You're not going to see Apostle Gabar's channel. You're not going to be able to go to Apostle Aramalah's channel. You're not going to be able to go down and see Elder Yashar Wamba. You're not going to be able to go and see Elder Hawad, right? You're not going to be able to go down here and see videos from GMS Samak Ephraim or Apostle Tahar. You're not going to see any of these videos. They're not going to be around. This channel is going to be taken down. This channel is going to be taken down. This channel right here that I'm on is going to be taken down. This channel is going to be taken down. all of these channels, all of these videos, all taken down as part of the famine of the word. And if you don't get it now, in the future, there's going to be a point in time where you're not going to be able to get it. All right? Let's close out with Amos 8 and 11 and 12 once again. All right, that's what we'll close out with, Amos 8 and 11. The same scripture we opened up with is the same scripture we're going to close out with. Behold, Amos 8 and 11, behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro, and seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. There you go. You brothers and sisters that are in this truth right now, hearing this word from I, myself, whoever's teaching, the apostles, the elders, the brothers, all right, everyone that's in this truth and bringing this truth out, consider yourself blessed. You brothers that are teaching, consider yourself blessed, okay? Because that means we're in this truth. This means Yahweh Shemiah Shai on some level is dealing with us. We have had the Spirit poured out upon us, and we have this, man. There's people out there that have no idea. No idea. They don't know the name of the Lord. You know? Call halal Yahweh Shemiah Shai, that we can say call halal Yahweh Shemiah Shai. Right? Because people don't know the name. They don't know what he looks like. They don't know who we are. They don't know they don't know anything. All right? And call halal Yahweh Shemiah Shai, that we have this knowledge, this truth and understanding. We've been blessed, heavily blessed, with just being able to have this knowledge. And Lord willing, we'll be able to continue on, and we don't stray from this path. We continue on the straight path, and we make it out of here as members of the elect. We're the hopeful elect now, but Lord willing, we make it out as the elect in those chariots, and we watch this place burn to the ground. Okay, the bricks are being laid for the famine of the word, and right now we're blessed to even have this knowledge, because some people, they don't got it. So with that, we're going to go ahead and close out. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. Shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. Keep enduring, keep the faith. We're almost out of here. The bricks are being laid for the famine of the word. Till the next one, Lord willing, Shalom.